Alrighty, so welcome back to my sewing corner. I am Sarah. If you're new to my channel, I love all things heirloom, classic sewing, and I am getting my unfinished projects done here in the new year. So if you have some unfinished projects, go grab them and let's do them together. I have a bag. Which one am I going to choose? I don't know. We'll see. So I've got a grab bag under here of unfinished projects, and I got some bits and pieces for them. My mind just stopped working. Anywho, so I got some bits and pieces from them. That's what I was trying to say. Got some bits and pieces to finish up these things from the farmhouse fabrics. They are fabulous. A couple months ago when I was there for the Gab and Gash. So which project? Which one should we finish up? That's a good question. So I've got, should we do the birds? Should we do the birds? I'm thinking that maybe we should do the birds. Or, you know what we could do? We could do the Dr. Seuss. No, let's do the birds. Should we do the birds? Yeah, let's do the birds. Okay, let's decide it. The road is filled with squirrels who cannot make up their minds. So, in order to finish the birds, what did I get? That's a good question. Oh, I got this to go with it, which is gorgeous. Wait till you see this fabric. It is exquisite. All right. So those are the elementary schoolers you may hear in the background. They are still on winter break. They go back on Monday. Today is Thursday, and yeah, it's been a long break. It's been good. It's been good. It's like, you know, light at the end of babyhood, all of that stuff. We've had actually a really good break. The chaos, the fun outweighed the chaos. You know, it used to be there's just like catch the one fire, put out this and do this and all those things, and now we're getting to a place where it's actually fun, and it's like, you know, we can go out and do stuff, and it's not like this horrible pain in the butt, and you know, so I don't hate to talk about our kids that way, a horrible pain in the butt, but like really, you know what I mean, like it's becomes a whole thing, so it's less of that is what I'm trying to say. It's just enjoyable. We're able to do family puzzles, and just the cold is still a little bit tricky because, you know, they are young. Everly is a year and a half, so too much, you know, she's got limits on that. Anyway, so I got these birds, and this is something I started back when I was pregnant with daisies.
Where I had sometimes played chess, and when I'm out, I'm looking for that vintage fling. But all complexions that I adore, so hard to find, these seem impossible to score. So I dream on to someday find that vintage love.
This is about 3 years now, and I need to get her done before Everly outgrows this. Alright, I think this would still fit Daisy actually, but anyway, so I've got these birds. There are these blue birds with like a little flower motif, very like old looking, which I love. And first things first is I gotta finish the embroidery, right? I gotta finish the embroidery, and then we get to pair it with this delicious fabric, and I'm so excited to show you what this fabric is.
Never up, never down, never like a theme in a song, clever. Feeling high, feeling low at the same time. Feels so right, then I'm wrong, hoping I'll be fine, but I get up.
Alright, so 2 issues off the bat. One is I don't know where I put the embroidery motif. Second, hi Henry. Second is I don't know what colors I use. Now the color thing I can kind of like, whatever, you know, match thread and do the best thing. But the embroidery motif, I don't know where I put it, and I'm hoping it's like a document that's filed away. They have a new game where they play, it's called Mosquito, and they go around pretending one person is the mosquito. Oh, here it is. Amazing. So one person is the mosquito, and they pretend to sting the other person, and there's, oh yeah, here we go, yay, I got it. So we can print this off, awesome. Yeah. It's so much better than how things were a couple of years ago, so I will take it. Alright, so let's print this off.
But I get up, I always do. I never think, I always do. Never thought I wouldn't jump, oh what a fool. But if I fall, I would get up again.
With the bird embroidery finished, I'm moving on to constructing the dress, but first, these sweet little collars. I sewed them together way back when, and they're kind of nudging me, like, please add something fun to us, please, oh please. And being the agreeable person that I am, I said, okay. I'm thinking it would be fun to incorporate some beads into the tatting. I haven't done this before, so I get to learn that. I've watched a few videos on the YouTubes, and apparently a good route to go is to load up the beads ahead of time onto your shuttle, so I am giving that method a try. And then, what exactly am I going to tat? That is a good question. I need to figure out what exactly I'm tatting up. Like a pattern, that's the word I'm looking for. What pattern am I going to use? So since all of my grandmother's supplies are at my office, I'm scrolling through my good old Pinterest tatting board to see if anything jumps out at me. And I'm thinking this would be a neat little edging and would allow me to place the beads onto the picots within the rings. So I'm not sure how to tell you this. I guess I should just come clean already. I have a superpower. I can get the tatting pattern by simply looking at any tatting piece. But please, let's keep this on the DL. I'd hate for the FBI or someone to know this about me. I'm sure this skill is much sought after. God, I need to get out more. So I'm tatting along, writing down the pattern as it unfolds, trying to incorporate those beads. The first bead attempt turned out to be a wash since it's not around the picot thread, so let's try that again. Removing those beads from my working thread, And now I can put them back into the container, but alas, it's approaching school pickup time, so I will return to this another day. Alrighty, new day, and I am rethinking everything I've already done. Sometimes stepping away allows you to get a fresh perspective, and then I want to clear the slate and approach things from a new angle. I grabbed the pink color used in the embroidery work, that pink floss, and then I take it to my office so I can match it to some tatting thread. This size 80 tatting thread I sell through my website in a variety of colors, and I just gotta see all my options. Like, I go through every single box, even though I've already found a color that I like, just to see the variety, just to make sure, just to check the box, make sure I hadn't passed up another pink that would have been just a smidgen better. Is anybody else crazy like this? And while I'm starting fresh, I'm thinking I'd rather get a pattern from my late grandmother's collection. So armed with this pretty pink tatting thread that matches the pink embroidery floss, now I'm searching through my old collection of tatting patterns. And these are definitely treasures to me. And the patterns come from not only my late grandmother, but also a dear sewing buddy that I met while living in Savannah. These suckers are old and darling and smell exactly how you'd think. They are treasures. Here's some scribble from my aunt when she was a child, and now she's about 60 or so, so that gives some indication how old these books are. Holy cow. Can you see that? That's exquisite. Squirrel, I know, but gorgeous. I need me like 10 more lifetimes for all the things that I want to do. Anywho, staying focused, I decided on this edging from Miki's, my sewing friend from Savannah. It's in her grandmother's book. So I let up my tatting thread, and then I start transferring all those loops. That's the only thing you need to learn with tatting, to transfer the loop, or knot as it's officially referred to as, and then the rest is icing on the cake. I'm attaching the beads via a needle and thread. So tatting, unlike crochet and knitting, takes a while. That's putting it mildly. If you've ever seen tatting in an antique store, you can be sure that it took at least several hours, even days or weeks, sometimes months to complete. And unless there's some magical machine out there that I don't know about, it is still all done by hand. So anywho, I do some here and some there, and then I gotta pause to eat, sleep, take care of those kiddos, and then I pick it up next while my husband and I are on our weekly deer date. This one happened to be at Chimney Rock State Park. He knitted. I know, how cool. He's making me socks. I know, 100% wool socks. I'm a lucky gal. And I tatted. It's moments like these when I am just filled with gratitude because life is good. Take it in when it's good. You know what I mean?
I missed the oh crap.
Once I saw the fizzies, I was like, oh, I'll just take off this hand, since this is like the one that's really touching it. And then this hand, I had to put a feed
You at least
on.
have
Like,
one cozy hand, but
never mind.
nope. Sacrifices you make.
Sacrifices I make for the tat.
Tatting.
It's hardcore tatting. People
Legit.
don't over here soldier it on.
Especially where you decide to soldier at.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the sunset, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Dreamy, breezy.
And now that I have those tatting bits complete, I'm excited to put the dress together. I'm collecting the pieces, those tatting edges, this gorgeous dotted Swiss. Just wait until you see it. And the skirt complete with the bluebird embroidery. Oh crap, I forgot the feet and the eyes. Dang it. So, just kidding. First, I need to add like 20 eyeballs and then some feet. BRB. Now let's put the dress together. Joining the tatted edging to the collar using some Madeira 80 weight thread, taking small bites, just enjoying the moment, being present, feeling that thread pull through the fabric, allowing the enjoyment to come from the process itself. I've definitely fallen in love with hand sewing over the years, can you tell? So then returning to this skirt with the now completed bluebirds, let's get to putting this dress together, but not without one last side tidbit. I know. I'm thinking some smocking would be fun at the top of the skirt, and I didn't plan for smocking, so I'm hoping the ratio works out alright. And to increase my chances of this, first I'm putting some German interfacing onto the back side of the skirt. This roll of 2-inch wide German interfacing comes already cut from Farmhouse Fabrics. It is a huge money and time saver. The idea of ironing it behind the pleats is to add some thickness to the area of the fabric that will be pleated, and therefore resulting in thicker looking pleats. I do not do this in every situation. It definitely depends on the fabric, the look I'm going for, and frankly my mood. So, buddy boy, I get to rolling her up and then pleating.
I see a light in your eyes. I follow you so then foolishly. You'd be the sweetest goodbye.
After the pleating is done, now I really have all my bits ready to be joined together. I am wondering about the pattern. Who knows what I grabbed to do the collars 3 years ago? So let's just pick something and hope it all works out. I cut one bodice front as well as 2 bodice backs, like one bodice front on the fold and then 2 bodice backs not on the fold, on this gorgeous blue dotted Swiss fabric, and then I repeat the same thing for the lining of the dress. I am using white and frill batiste to fulfill that. That is a Speckler Vogel gem. I absolutely adore that fabric. It is my go-to for linings and a bunch of other things. So shoulder seams get joined, and then those collars get pinned in place and then basted in place. Oh shush. That's the bead. Ah, it popped. Damn it. I just need to concentrate, sweetie.
Inside your heart lies a pearl. Within the smoke our dreams reveal.
And now the 2 bodices right sides together, and the neckline is finished in one round with no more broken beads, may I add. I know it, y'all are so proud. Center back around that neckline and then down the other center back. I also go around each arm's eye, and this is setting ourselves up for a really nice transition to the skirt, which I will show in a bit. So now I carefully trim up those corners, clip the curves, and flip everything right sides out. This is just a neat little trick. Just reach into the front and pull out each back pieces. So you pull out one side, and then you reach back in and pull out the other side. Voila, isn't that neat? Next up, how to tackle getting the pleated skirt sewn to the bodice. That is a good question, my friend. Normally I would use my beloved freezer paper, so I get that out in hopes that it will work in this situation.
Did you want chocolate?
Yes.
There we go.
No, I'll get it for my kids.
It's almost too
I know. Don't. Go away. That was not supposed to be like that. That was supposed to be like that. Oh, well. Sorry. And now we've got Audrey adding to the side squirrel projects. The 101st day of school is approaching, and her school is encouraging students to dress as a Dalmatian, you know, that whole 101 Dalmatians, as a fun thing to do, you know, because life is supposed to be fun. So BRB as I do a handful of black and white accessories. Okay. Do you want to put beads on it or just leave it like it is? Okay.
So why do I look like the tatted video on you?
Because it is.
Why?
Because I'm trying to work on my own project. Does it look good? Alright, here's your beads.
Within the smoke, our dreams reveal.
Alrighty, we are going to get this dress finished. No more distractions. First things first, I'm joining the skirt together via a French seam that will be placed at the center back. Next up, I'm putting a placket, and now, folks, we get to join our pleated skirt to the bodice. Since we've got a tube of pleating on our hands, I'm thinking my beloved freezer paper is not going to be the easiest route here. I know. Instead, I'm blocking the pleated skirt to this cut piece of piping. I know the piping is the length I need for my skirt with some seam allowance on each end. So I arrange that until it's the correct length, like the skirt's the correct length and the pleats are evenly-ish distributed. And I didn't plan for this skirt to be smocked when I cut her out, 3 years ago, and it turns out to be a bit on the small side. The pleats will be spaced out a little more than typical, but that's okay. Sometimes it's nice to do things out of the norm. You are allowed, after all, to beat to your own drum, even if it's not quote-unquote acceptable. You are still allowed to think it's beautiful. That's okay. After I baste the pleated skirt to the piping, then I sew the waist seam together and voila! We've got ourselves a dress that I smocked using that same pink size 18 tatting thread. How fun and darling is this dress? Now go watch this video so you can learn how to pleat 2 layers of fabric at the same time. I know it. If you have any questions, please put them down in the comments below and I will do my best to answer them. As always, I appreciate y'all for watching and I hope to catch y'all next time.